Okay, we are back to another stream of Lies of P, Overture, New Game Plus. Okay. Lies of P, Overture, New Game Plus. Hello, hello. Last time we had made it through the underground facility called the Zelator underground facility, to be exact. We reached the research zone, and then we found the ancient guardian. Defeated him. Met with Lamacchio, defeated him, and now we're on the frozen coast, following the steps of Leia. So we shall see what happens from here on out. We're at a point where I'm pretty sure we'll just beat the DLC tonight, so before we do that though, let me just go and get the gold coin of fruit. And then also, let's see, pretty sure. Yeah, we also need to get to the Black Rabbit room in the Zelator section, so just do that, and then we'll head on our way. Excuse me. Open. Eldest gas mask and Black Death's protective apparel. We just put those on and Black Rabbit Brotherhood's family photo. A family photo of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood taken by the eldest. Although they are a group of criminals who committed countless evil deeds, this is a family photo they all cherish. Oh, ain't that nice. Okay. Now, let's move on. fast. Goddamn butthole. I've never much cared for the frozen pieces. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? It don't matter now. The head falling down at the last bit. I hate how this thing works. I knew that was gonna happen. Fell into the water. Okay. Thank you. Block. Cat. Kaboom. There we go. Ancient disc. Is that all he was blocking? I think so, yeah. Meryl's journal. XXXX. Sallow set out to sea 2 days ago. In the end, I couldn't stop that damned old fool. As if all the monsters suddenly appearing and throwing everything into chaos weren't bad enough. Why must that stubborn old man make me suffer so much in my twilight years? But it's not just him. It seems everyone here has suddenly lost their minds. More and more villagers are suddenly insisting that they want to die. It feels like I'm the only one who cares about the village anymore. Let's start by checking in with residents next door. The rest of the words are smudged and ineligible. I think he's dead. Yeah, so that way we go. See Leia. Pratt Mysteries, the Haunted Lighthouse. The legend of how the Pratt Lighthouse came to be called the Haunted Lighthouse is quite famous. However, even the most avid storytellers do not know the name of the ghost. In life, the ghost's name was Columbo, who was Pratt's lighthouse keeper, but all knew him only as the Portly Keeper, for he was said to have been a greedy glutton. Columbo used his position to extort money from boat captains, giving light only to those who paid. They say he amassed a huge fortune that he hid in secret location only he could access. That treasure has never been found, leading to rumors the keeper became so poorly by eating all the treasure himself. The townspeople curse Columbo with their every breath. Some believe the curses worked because one day Columbo vanished. Like his treasure, he has never been found. The lighthouse could not be left unattended, so the townspeople appointed a new keeper, but the keeper suddenly resigned, driven from the post by the cries of the ghosts that haunt the lighthouse. This repeated with the next keeper, and the next, and many more, all fearing the wrath of the ghost. It was only after the keeper changed 7 times with Columbo's ghost finally fell quiet. Even now, it is said the screams of the Portly Keeper can be heard echoing through the lighthouse when storms lash the shore. Perhaps the sounds of howling are Columbo's raging at the townspeople who cursed him. Perhaps indeed. Hang on. Before I go down there, I recall the Stargazer here, so I don't have to go through the village the second time. Ow. Oh my goodness. Monstro! Thank you, Zamtrios. Dead. Oh, how convenient. And a radiant ergo crystal. place shown in the decoded frosted cipher
The
text.
whole thing's just suspicious. Think about it. There aren't really that many places someone as heavy as that lighthouse keeper can hide in.
There he is. Lighthouse Keeper's Journal. They brought bars of gold and made a request. Their ship's movements are not to be recorded in the official logs. It's a truly profitable deal. The local fishermen are nothing compared to them. They arrived at the lighthouse again, loaded with a generous payment of gold bars. What are they transporting that's worth so much to keep secret? I snatched a box when they weren't looking. All I found inside were bottles of medicine. The idiots didn't even notice the box I nicked. I sold all the bottles on the black market. I told them it was medicine, so I got a great price. Later, Maxime said that none of his customers had ever returned after buying the medicine. But I don't see how that's my concern. My treasure trove is growing. All these fools are making me rich. The writing is smeared with blood. This is a joke, right? I only nicked a few boxes. They had plenty. Why would they do this to me? I'm trapped. Why won't anyone help me? I'll starve. I can't eat treasure. Someone get me out of here! And then he died. Look at all this treasure. Like opening a D&D puzzle. Back to the hotel. Literally, that one amulet that causes us to become very heavy that's the only purpose it's got.
Any enemy of the alchemists is a friend of mine. Come to me anytime. The door only opened for someone of great weight. Ingenious. Who would have thought? Well done. You have the keen mind of a detective. To condemn the lighthouse keeper to such a cruel fate, though, I'll never be able to stomach their evil wrongdoings. As long as the alchemists rule Krat, tragedies such as this shall never end. Thank you for revealing another truth. Without you, the alchemist's secrets would have stayed locked away forever. More problems remain, of course. For all intents and purposes, Krat remains under the thumb of the alchemists. I know that what I'm doing is something that must be done, but I often feel like I'm fighting alone in meaningless battles. The enemy is great, and I am but one man. Will my efforts ultimately be in vain? Will the terrible truths I know ever be revealed to the people of Krat? Will the terrible truths I know ever be revealed to the people of Krat? Will the terrible truths...
They will be. Krat will be saved.
You fascinate me. You talk of future events as if they've already happened. Your words bring great comfort. Thank you. They also remind me yet again of the person I must protect. My only family, someone whose life I pray shines with truth. I may be destined to toil through life, mired in deceit and lies. But my wish is for her to live happily. That's the sole reason I remain here and continue to fight.
Survivor.
For now, I can only do what I can. I intend to fight to whatever end. Someone must, or else all hope is lost. I believe we both fight to protect someone dear to us. Is that not so? I had a hunch. Call it tracker's instinct. It is time for us to go our separate ways. I wish you luck. For now, I can only do... I intend to... I believe it is time for us...
Alright. Well, he's heading out. So then, now we have to get one more thing from our dear friend, Klaus.
Well met.
That moustache. And now, we have a funny moustache. Don't tell no one, though. You say toot fart? I also saw a Cat in the Hat trailer. It looks alright. Though, the instant use of pop music at the beginning, I was like, okay. Now we go up. Not here, but up here. Excuse me. Young fisherman's letter. It's been a few days since you rode out to kick the bucket, old man. You'll have to drink that beer you love so much in heaven. If you make it back, I promise I'll go to sea with you, even if it means we might die. Even if monsters leap from the waves all around us. Fishers gotta fish. If we're going to shake in our boots, we ought to do that on the water, right? Whatever, you old coot. Just come back safely and soon, or I swear I'll drink your last remaining beer. Old bottle of beer. An old, dirty, unlabeled bottle of beer. It is well past its expiration date. A beer bottle kept for a long time by poor elderly fishermen. The fishermen hoped to drink this last bottle of beer while boasting after a big catch. That's our dear friend there. And the purification ampule.
Hey, buddy, see that? Over there. We found it. The Rose Estate. Leia should be nearby.
Here in the distance.
Full of sadness now.
Cat dust. I mean, I got nothing real meaningful to say. It looks like... I'm surprised Illumination didn't get a chance to make it, though. It's a Warner Brothers animation instead. So there's that aspect to it, but, like, I don't know. I don't really have much to say.
Oh, it's you. My forever friend. I'm so glad to see you again. I followed the white butterfly here. I found the Rose Estate, but it's full of sadness now. I can't go inside. I'm okay. I have you. My new friend who looks like my old friend. You gave me the world again. I miss my old friend, but it's okay that you're not him. You're on your own journey, and I think that's wonderful. Will you promise me something? When your journey ends, let's meet again in a pretty place. Rizora will wait for you there.
Zarya's treasure. Photo of a tree of friendship. It looks to be a tree in front of the garden of Krat City Hall. The tree of friendships. This tree was planted to celebrate the expansion of Krat City Hall. Many find respite beneath its boughs and build joyful memories. Zarya's treasure. Third piece of a drawing. A child's drawing that looks very old. Doug Walker didn't really like the trailer. I mean, Doug famously does not like a lot of the Dr. Seuss movies, which I totally get. But also, here's my aspect to it. Dr. Seuss cheated on his dying wife, who then later killed herself, but still didn't blame him for it, and didn't want to besmirch his image as an author. So, hard for me to feel bad for any changes to source material in these movies now, so make of that what you will.
Rizora's creator was very much loved by my dear old friend. I'm sure my creator would have wanted to be your friend too, because a friend is someone you will always happily wait for. When your journey ends, let's meet again in a pretty place. Rizora will wait for you there. Rizora's creator... I'm sure my creator would have wanted... When your journey ends, let's meet again in a pretty place.
Here's the problem, though. I don't have a black rubber key. I'm trying to remember where you have to get them, or where the last one is. Oh, by the way, Dean, you're so far #1 at top fans, so make of that what you will. I think they added a new thing for streaming. Anyway, before I go to the Gordon's Fisherman, just remind myself where the last key is. Okay. We are #1.
It's time to celebrate my triumph, and a beer is just what I need. Ah. Good. This is the bottle of beer I saved. I bought 3 bottles of this brew after my wife left me. I already drank 2, and now this is the last one. The one I swore I'd only open once I caught the fish. Did you praise my catch to the villagers and the brat?
Everyone was impressed with your catch.
Did the brat crack a grin? I bet he did. It's why I caught the fish, to teach Manolin a life lesson. That we are not made for defeat. That humans can be destroyed but not defeated. Let's raise a toast to victory with the beer I saved for this day.
Feel warmth. Fisherman's weathered key. Key worn and weathered by frequent use. Stained with seawater, it is rusted in several places. A key with a cord to wear around the neck to prevent it from being lost even in high waves. The old fisherman never took this key off, not when fishing, fixing the nets, or going out to sea. He said, let me go back and get the key. I realized I might have skipped over an item when falling down in the facility. Security area, that's what it is. Where I go down, down the goblin, down, down, down the goblin, down. Alright, so we're about right at the end of the DLC now. So what I think we'll do is we'll get through the DLC and get through the train station returning. See where we go from there. Depending on how much the final boss takes to deal with. Oh yeah, the steam isn't, the cold steam is gonna come out because we turned off the ice, so we're not gonna worry about that right now. There it is. I probably missed it going down the pipes. Okay. Excuse me. Back right up.
Brazora's creator was very much... I'm sure my... When your gen...
And then blazing depths, haunting the peril. Hunting. Missing key log. A logbook of the eccentric's missing keys. What are we going to do with this idiot? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to lose all my keys. It's kinda hard when you got a bucket for a head. Old Fisherman's Letter. To my beloved Carla. The day you collapsed coughing up blue blood still haunts my nightmares. At first I wallowed in sorrow and tried to follow you. Then I remembered the words you spoke to me, a shabby fisher, on the day you became my wife. Do not turn your back on the sea when it beckons. I bought 3 bottles of beer to drink with you. Now only 1 bottle remains. Do you remember that young brat Manolin? I've entrusted the last bottle of beer to him. Now I head to sea. Don't worry, my love. Come what may, I'll always return to you. So she also died of the petrification disease. Why didn't they make the Cat in the Hat movie about the cat saving the world like the Smurfs and the Lego movie or Sponge out of water? Who says it's not? Alright, I think we're set in the old town, so... We're now in the end game.
Huh. Okay, now, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the legendary stalker is nearby. Who are you? You look familiar. Wait. This is Romeo's locket.
Pretty.
This is something very dear to me. Thank you for returning it. But, before all that, how did you find me? I see. The tracker. He told you about me. He never could fix that irksome quirk of his. Always wasting his time on lost causes. But he doesn't extend his trust easily. His faith in your character speaks volumes. Does that mean I can trust you? Fine. I concede you are not my enemy. If you were, the tracker would have made sure you never reached me. The fact you're alive means he trusted your intentions when he sent you here. The Tracker has always looked after others. That's the principle that guides him. Comrades would be a better term to describe us than friends. That said, he is the reason I'm listening to you now. Just don't ask me anymore. This photo... it's the last print left. A pity it's damaged. A memory of me with my 2 apprentices. Happier days now gone forever. I was tough on them. I was such a fool. I never appreciated how precious our time together truly was. When tragedy befell us, I couldn't face the past. But Romeo kept the locket for me. To tell you the truth, I couldn't bear it. It was just too painful to see how happy we'd been. All this is the work of that damned Arlecchino. We have a history. When he ran rampant as a serial killer long ago, I was the one who put an end to his reign of terror. He was evil to the core. So during our battle, I did my best to destroy his body. Perhaps he holds a grudge against me over that. I had heard the ego of a murderer awakened within his ergo. But can a puppet be considered human through ego alone? I don't even know if a puppet is capable of holding a grudge like a human. But since he dragged Romeo into this, I will not let it stand. Arlecchino left me an invitation to meet. To think he was under my nose the entire time. I searched everywhere for him. Sanity.
Excuse me.
No time for regrets. Romeo is at the Rose Estate. Along with that damned puppet. Do you truly mean that? You'll be putting your life on the line. I'd like to say I don't need your or anyone's help. But the last time I fought Arlecchino, I just barely managed to get the upper hand. And that was when I was healthy. There's no guarantee I'll win this time. With Romeo's life at stake, I accept. From one stalker to another, I, Leia Florence, ask you to fight with me. We must find a way into the Rose Estate. Despite outward appearances, its defenses are formidable. And the bigger problem is, I've lost my key. So, you and I will have to work something out when we reach the gates. The key? What? How? You must be part Crow. You certainly hoard everything you come across. This is the key I lost a while ago. Well, this will make it much easier to get inside. The entrance to the Rose Estate is further up the mountain path. Head out once you're ready. I'll wait for you outside.
This game's really good at doing like minor in-game cutscenes like that. Damaged poster. A defaced poster featuring an image of a missing person. Holes have been torn out where Romeo's eyes should be. On one part of the poster, a map showing a path leading to the Rose Estate is drawn in red ink. Leia's will.
Romeo, this is likely my final message to you. I am off to battle Arlecchino to save you. I'll do whatever it takes. Your survival is all that matters. Nothing else comes close, not even my life. There was nothing admirable about my life. But I did what I could. In the only way I knew how. I know Carlo's death scarred us all. I know it changed everything. But we endured. There was always hope. And it was because of you. Without you by my side, I would have been lost long ago.
Alright. Let us head out. I don't have the petrification disease. Can you imagine? Okay.
Come on, we need to follow her.
Let's do this.
Be careful. The enemies here are not to be taken lightly.
Let's go.
Can you still fight? Then prepare yourself. Why have you stopped? Keep moving.
So I was picking up an item. Shepherd's amulet. Go, 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 go.
You have some skill.
Thank you.
You must have had a good teacher.
I sure did. Wait.
Your stance, the way you move, it's oddly familiar. Can you still fight? Then prepare yourself. No, I have no intention of stopping. Not here.
Nice.
It's not too late yet. Let's head to the estate.
They really said, what if we gave the dog enemies big, scary crocodile mouths also?
Have we met before by some chance?
Maybe.
Nothing will stop us. This is the end! Die!
Damn. Monkey!
Keep moving. We just need to cross this bridge.
I already said that.
Let's make this quick. This is the end. Die! Hold on. I cannot lose Romeo. I have to save him. I must. I will. Damn this snow. We must hurry. Look, the Rose Estate. Keep moving. Let's put an end to this. Here, I have the key. We made it, but I may have pushed myself too hard. You go ahead. Check out the situation. I'll follow soon. I just need to take something for the pain. I'm sorry. Head on inside. I'll be right behind you. I'm sorry.
What happened here? Wait, could this be the Monad Charity House tragedy? But that was the petrification disease, wasn't it? This is just a massacre.
Oh, it gets worse, don't worry.
Not you. Not like this. This wasn't supposed to happen. Romeo. Why does this keep happening? Is it me? Is it my fault? Romeo. You never should have had to suffer this. Not you.
What a perfect time to stop by Hawkeye. Yeah, thanks. This is one of the most depressing stories I've seen in a Souls DLC. I'll get into it much later, but like... oh man, it's gonna get hard. Romeo's letter, Master Leia. By the time you are reading this letter, I will be at the zoo, taking care of the matters I recently informed you about. Please don't be concerned that I am acting on my own. I'm not a child anymore. I hope instead you will focus on getting some rest. Your health won't improve without it. I will bring you some fine coffee that suits your taste when I return. Your faithful apprentice, Romeo. Blood-spattered photo. A photograph of a young man whose blonde hair is streaked with blood. His face is not visible.
You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy, Romeo. Get up. I need to get up. I must find him. Romeo, get up. Get up.
Okay. Also, I never realized, but he cut out all the eyes on the portraits here. Alright. Oh man. This is... tragic.
This is horrific. To see the arms of her apprentice like that. Do you think she'll be okay? I mean, that would destroy anyone, regardless of their resolve. The only way we can help her is to find Romeo.
Monad Charity House. Snowy night. The Rose Estate. The cradle of truth. On the potential of the murder puppet. To the most honorable Sir Simon, the second experiment involving Puppet A is complete, and although rigorous testing must still be conducted, so far we have avoided any major conflicts or issues. As expected, this puppet is a small, even insignificant thing, but it is self-aware. In fact, it believes itself to be human. We will continue to observe the subject in hopes it is able to master the apprentice. If not the truth of human thought and behavior, we believe it could be quite useful to you in the future, Sir Simon. When we procured the puppet, it was so severely damaged it required a full set of new limbs because it was so thoroughly destroyed. Even I had doubts about whether we could cover it to an operable state. The repairs took longer than expected. We ask for your patience and understanding regarding this. Respectfully, Sergio, Puppet Manager. This girl just had her friends meet a terrible end, and she needs cheering up. I know you can do. This is not a smiling friends situation here. Did it auto-delete? That's not cool. only is this place filled with petrification monsters, everyone who's trying to survive getting massacred by Arlecchino, thanks to the help of the alchemists. Petition to the Order. To the esteemed and honorable Sir Valentinus. Firstly, while I understand your appreciation of Simon's talent, you must understand how malicious that man has become. I have confirmed he actually procured a puppet driven by the ergo of a deranged killer. A heinous thing tainted with blood and as dark as the abyss is deep. Simply so he could study it. I have heard it is said that if you gaze for too long into the abyss gazes also into you. Yet the abyss, we are told, is the way we must go if we are to emerge into the light. But what light is to be gained from embracing the mad ergo of a remorseless killer? Please, before it's too late, you must take action. Sanction him. Your faithful aide, Arden. Yeah, so Simon basically... Simon unleashed Arlecchino onto the charity house. The petrification monsters, it seems. Sharing the warmth of giving, an evening of philanthropy. You're all invited to the evening of philanthropy being held at the Monad Charity House. Spring celebration photo 18XX. May your future days be naught but happiness. Shortcut. Family's happy memory. My family, they're everything to me. In honor of Carlo's upcoming coming-of-age party, Leia, Carlo, Romeo. Sophia's diary. XXXX. This petrification disease has everyone frozen with fear. Frozen, except for the trembling. Father ordered the quarantine measures at the first sign of the trouble, and Antonia's music has helped calm and comfort those desperate people, many children who fled here. If the quarantine works, this winter will pass with no further trouble. But nothing could prepare us for the pain of losing someone so precious. We're still recovering, especially Romeo and her. I pray for the safety of those still outside. P.S. Simon asked to meet at the harbor, but I declined. It's far too early for the next food shipments. What could he want?
Wait, this must be Sophia's room. So, she was here when all this happened.
Another letter from an old friend, undelivered. The first part of the letter is missing. I know you're angry about what you've read. I am sorry for my rudeness, Antonia. That is what Grandmaster Geppetto, the head of the workshop, would have sent you. This is different. This letter is from your old friend, Giuseppe. Antonia, ever since that day, I can't recognize this world. I was intolerant. An ambitious man who came to believe his own genius reputation, only focused on one thing, reaching the pinnacle of his field. When I learned of Venini's brilliant work, I didn't want to acknowledge him. How dare he try to outdo me? I was vain, only satisfied when the world's praise and attention were all mine, and my world was gilded treasure was a gilded treasure chest that remained utterly empty. Camille taught me there was still hope. Worlds even an empty man could still live for. That's the trouble with finding heaven. Losing it is more terrible for having known it in the first place. I'm not the man I was before Camille, but I'm no longer the man I was when she was still here. I needed her eyes to see the world without pain, her soul to learn how to love it. Yet no matter how hard I try to remember now, it all slips through my fingers. My world has lost all color. I think I understand to my very bones the old saying, hell is the pain of remembering loss. So I am an empty man again, Antonia. Even now, Giuseppe Geppetto is no different than a puppet's hollow shell. I have one last worry, the child. I decided to let him try to live in Camille's world, and that meant a world without me. Thanks to you and the Monad Charity House, the child grew up happily, I think. I am grateful. Leaving the child was selfish, I can't deny it. Leaving him to grow up without parents was unforgivable, and yet I still believe it was the right path. Instead of growing up in a world of ash and ruin, Carlo had you. I hope someday you can forgive this old fool, Antonia. Your friend, Giuseppe. Yeah, so when this character Camille passed, Geppetto left Carlo at the charity house. And Carlo died, so he was definitely in his own hell of awakening. I need you to stop that right now. Oh, good, okay. Oh, hello. Thank you. Hang on, I missed the door somewhere. Yeah, right. Oh, if I missed a door, I missed a hole here. And in my defense, look at the texture of the wall there. It blended into the floor. I forgot how low the ceilings are. Basement here. To more years of service and dedication at the Rose Estate. puppet chefs and regular chefs, but zombies in this place. Frenzied amulet. Oh dear. Okay. Go. Edict. Purification for the great truth. We will purify the heresies for the great truth, for leader Valentinus will not. He is a feeble turncoat. He has halted research into ascension and abandoned the path of truth. He has dared place the Great One's physical form into the hands of heretics and unbelievers. These heresies cannot stand. As the inheritors of the sacred truth, we must take control. You are commanded to cleanse the remnants of heresy from the Rose Estate. Purify the site. All others will continue on the pilgrimage for truth, guided by noble Sir Pistris. Awaken, evolve, ascend. Purify the Rose Estate and the cathedral with divine elixir. Right, somebody gave them the elixir, which probably spread the petrification system crazy. Come on, really? Accusation against Simon. Sir Valentinus, with the utmost sincerity and all due respect, this will be the 9th indictment. I write to you now not as Luca, senior counselor, but as Luca, your protege. As I've said, I strive to live by your guidance and lessons. You know this, I'm sure of it. So it's with the same sincerity and respect that I will continue to instinct Simon. An assembly must be called regarding all this immediately. Not only is he using Ergo for personal gain, he is carelessly exploiting it. He's even gathering followers and convincing them that he will lead them to ascension, to godhood. He is making no effort to hide his true intentions, but it's not too late. Please, call an assembly. I will prove everything. Senior Counselor Luca. Would it be cool if they made a Souls-like based on Puss in Boots? I mean, again, not a bad concept, but it all based on execution. Like that's not much of an answer, I know, but it's one of those things where it's like it's one of them good old deep end moments when it comes to making these kinds of games. Just making Puss in Boots into a Souls game isn't enough, though. You gotta understand how to actually make of it what you will. Puss is a sword, and you can be cool, maybe, if done right. I mean, yeah. Letter to Valentinus. A letter folded with great care. It is written in steady, neat handwriting. Sir Valentinus, I hope this letter finds you well. I wish to apologize for the manner in which I abandoned my duties, which bordered on betrayal. I love this family, but walking the nomad path proved too painful. I lived in constant fear of being dragged down into the darkness alongside you. I could no longer endure gazing into the yawning abyss. I decided I must walk a different path. I am truly indebted to you for all you have done, for taking me in and raising me, and for the great authority you placed in my hand with the rose sword. I intend to use this power of this sword you gifted me to fight for something righteous. Oh, Father, it embarrasses me even now, but I truly wish to call you that at least once in my life. The feeling inside me as I watch my apprentice grow make me wonder if you felt the same way gazing at me. Your grateful daughter, Leah Florence. Are people still trying to save multiverses a month after its death? Last I saw, people are doing like a fan, sort of like, you know, like Project M, if you ever heard of that. That's like the Smash Brothers fan mod, turning Brawl more into Melee. Think of something like that, but it's like called Multiverses Beta Plus or something. I don't know.
This must be Valentinus in his wife's chambers, if I had to guess. So many bloodstains. I don't think they made it out of here alive. Even a former leader of the Order was helpless when death came calling.
Yeah, so Arlecchino was sicked onto Valentinus. And if we see here, here we live, here we remain. We are eternal. If you can't tell, it's pretty clear that Sophia and that's Leia, so they're sisters. The Monad family is one of tragedy. The arm of God. Let me teleport back to give myself that quartz, and then we'll keep going, okay?
For now, I believe it is time.
Okay. Actually, gold coin fruit. 2. Valentina's study. Great Master's letter of excommunication. To my young apprentice, I'm told you have succumbed to delusion and abandoned the path of truth. Valentinus. The human heart can be pitiful, but it is resilient, and I see you were able to discard your connections to family. But your greater sin? Handing over the Great One's arm. You have fallen so regrettably far. I have no choice but to inform you that in the name of the Council, I declare you excommunicated. As we once shared the bond of master and apprentice, I have personally created the excommunicant's cure for you, though you may not have time to take it. I've heard my sea monster is on the move, and he is headed your way. You who will not see at the thread of eternity, make your choice. To live and rot as human, or to bloom into the next phase of evolution as your final act. Unfortunately, the question is rhetorical. For the matter is out of your hands, Valentinus. I'm pretty sure that's Simon, basically. Tell him he's done. courage amulet. Miraculous recovery and fuel. Up the ladder. What the heck hit you? In celebration of the generous Lady Karasani and other honorable sponsors. Just making sure. Oh, hello. I like that this guy's got that one great puppet axe. Rose Garden key. Alright. And another quartz. We'll just save that for later. The last battle. The end of this overture is approaching. Revisit unfinished stories from your journey. Unspoken words and unfulfilled promises may all disappear when the overture ends. Alright, I'm not seeing any stories missing, so I think we're good for now. didn't mean to use that, but it's fine. We're gonna need this. These. And... where's these? Okay. This is it. Full disclosure, I have been practicing on this fight in between streams so we don't get stuck in here for well over like an hour or two. Hopefully, things will be alright.
Where's the legend I faced before? Shut up, you filthy puppet! Oh, no. I must ask. Did you actually believe you could save your beloved apprentice? Oh. And who might you be?
Say the line.
Tick-tock. Romeo's on the clock, and you appear to be nothing but talk. Life is on the line. Wouldn't you agree?
Okay.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for! This The alchemists offered me nothing but boredom. But you two, you'll offer me something greater, won't you?
Remember when he was just a
Ladies and gentlemen,
funny Riddler on the phone?
we'll analyze the only thing that matters, the human soul. Come on, let's keep going. Wow, you really think you can win? Remarkable.
you can see how much I practice now. He is a much easier boss when you have the perfect parry sharpening perk. Because if you don't perfect parry, your weapon gets dull throughout that fight. And I remember before going into New Game Plus, trying to just practice it offline, my weapon was just bouncing off of his sword, so thankfully you seem to be able to get through this much quicker.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Romeo's on the clock, and you appear to be nothing but talk. Life is on the line. Wouldn't you agree?
Get him!
It was fun while it lasted.
Thank God we'll never see him again.
Thank you. It's yours now. All this time, I wondered why you look so familiar. Now I know.
And that was the DLC. It is so funny that the DLC gets their own credits. Alright, we're going to skip this because there are spoilers in here since we haven't actually finished this run. But let's look at what happens afterwards, though, shall we? We saved everyone just fine. Geppetto? What's he doing here?
I believe in you. Carry on. Don't forget, this is your story now.
Secret room key. Leader's mask, battle pair, and Monad's sword. So yeah, if they did obvious, they don't make it. And there's going to be an extra part here, but that really, like, after I beat this a couple weeks back, I actually kind of just really sunk in that this is actually just, like, there's no Not that there's no hope, but like it's a bittersweet ending because we know what happens in the actual end of this game, but you couldn't stop him. You couldn't save him. And I think it's the fact that this is only a few years in the past compared to other Souls games. Take for instance, Dark Souls 1. You go into like thousands of years into the past when you go to Ulasil, to the point where you're forgotten. Anyway, hang on. Stories that remain. There are stories that, however, minutely have been altered by your actions. Seek out the tales that remain in both the forgotten times and the present time. So, you are in... Once you do what you do in Ulasil, you defeat Manus. You save... Basically, you stop the Abyss for a time, but you're so far gone back that you're forgotten to history, and everyone just assumes Artorias is the one who stopped the Abyss. But this only happens, like I said, a few years in the past, because we have Spring to go off of. He's not an elderly cat by no means in the present, but he's still a kitten, so that, like, at most, a minimum 5 years or so. But after everything that goes down, and I think the thing that really got to me though is the fact that the teasers for this, the leitmotif of Luminous, whatever the song is, that that really put me off guard to what's going to happen in this game. Especially with Krot Zoo and all that, because like you're going through a zoo and like, oh yeah, it's disheveled and there's zombies all over the place, but like that was it's just at this point it's pretty common. But then you realize that we were just there, like this all just kind of went down, and then like once you get past the zoo, then you go into the facility underneath the hotel and how everything is an experiment. I don't know why I thought I accidentally hit New Game Plus Plus for some reason. Frozen time. Yeah, so now everything's just kind of frozen in time, I guess, here. Oh, there's also this right here. Letter from an old friend, undelivered. The letter gives off a faint scent of cherries. To the damned geezer known as the head of the workshop. We're still friends, so I'm writing you in that spirit. The tour is finished without trouble. The best part of it was visiting home again. The child also liked his father's hometown best. He'll make an excellent pianist, you know, unless he follows in his parents' footsteps and walk a more technical path. Whatever lies ahead, the only thing about which I'm certain, he needs his father. Of course, I hope poor Camille finds peace. We all miss her, Carlo most of all. He needs you, Giuseppe. He's a splendid boy. If he resented you once, he understands now. He wants to be with his father. You can't lock yourself away forever. Please, return to your family. A less civilized woman would have wrapped this letter around a cannonball and fired it into the heart of your damnable workshop. But I am civilized and serious. The child awaits you. Please choose wisely with your heart. Sincerely yours, Antonia. This page of the letter is in different handwriting. My dearest Antonia, I am truly grateful that you continue to care for my son. Please invoice me for all tour expenses incurred, and you will be fully compensated. Sincerely, Geppetto, head of the workshop. Yeah, so that was the letter I was supposed to read in between what we read. But yeah, now Klaus is gone, but his bag is still here. And a little weird that we didn't get to go back here for him, but whatever. Anyway. But yeah, with this though, we could have saved like the future, and it was looking bright, but then Geppetto just shows up and stops everything in our tracks. Miraculous garden, flower, miraculous flower, frozen time. So we're not like we're not in the present, or not in the present, in the past proper anymore. Everything is now stalled out, if that makes sense. Let me see this.
The painting. This must have been Leia's room. Who knew her memories were so close?
Leia's recollection.
My dearest Carlo, listening to this song always reminds me of you. Do you remember the time we all gathered to play this piece together? We were happy then. They were precious, if all too short moments of happiness. Perhaps those times were so precious because of their brevity. Why is it that we humans always look for more when happiness is already in our grasp? I couldn't appreciate what we had then. But that wasn't because I found you tiresome. After breaking ties with the Monad family, I was lost. I could barely take care of myself. So taking responsibility for you and Romeo, it was more than I could bear at the time. But in the end, you two saved me. You washed away all the spite and hatred in my heart. Legendary stalker. A worthless title. That cruel end should never have been your fate. It was only when I held your pale, cold face in my hands that I understood that we should have stayed together. That I should never have left the two of you. But now you belong to the past. I shouldn't cry. It happens to us all. Eventually, I will join you there as well. No one lives forever. So in time, we will meet again. And in that moment, my wish is that I get to sit with you as the light of the sunrise washes over us, and we share a laugh. Together, your teacher, Leia.
Like all that, just like we don't get this in your average Souls game. Not to say that I don't love the stories and the tragedies that happen in the Souls games proper. I love them, but there's so much more of a we just got here, everything's gone to shit 1,000 years in the past, and we're just archaeologists discovering this. We actually interacted with this character. We've seen what they've gone through, and all of that just to, you know, meet a gruesome end. Like, we couldn't save them and all that. And I don't know, just something about it. The music, the way that it's much more upfront about it instead of just hiding on an item description, or you just see them dead after one mission. I don't know, just something about this. They really knew how to hint this more. Like, I'm closer to Prepare to Cry edition to this than your average Vadi video, which, not saying I don't love Vadi videos. I think they're fantastic. I'm just saying, I was able to, you know, really feel something a bit more playing this. You know? I don't know how to explain it. Anyway. Memory of a halcyon days. A painting of a scene depicting a small concert. It is an image filled with cherished memories. Survivor. Discard your past fears and protect your inner flame. As long as you are here, I won't be afraid. Because you're here. Rise above despair and fear, moving forward as you feel the beat of your heart. Survivor, a song of one who strives to guard the flame of hope in a land of extremes. And then we have, now we got two of them. Menard's Road Sword. The saber used by Leah, the legendary stalker. Although it does not possess any special abilities, its elegance befits the reputation of its owner. Tens of thousands of vows flow along its beautiful blade. Only the boy with the heart of Ergo will be able to hear these vows. So that's how we can now do the crazy move that Leah does. Cat here even? Is your favorite Sonic game if you have? Okay, well, you know. Talking about the tragedy of this game, and now we're going on to Sonic. Probably. What's it pointing at? I feel like it's pointing at something, but. Probably Sonic Adventure 2. It's not really a wild take, but that one I really like. Okay. Are we all done? Yeah, we're all done in the past. Now we gotta go back to City Hall. No one really talks about it a lot, but Sonic Battle was a lot of fun on the Game Boy. It was like a arena fighter, though it was really tough at times, but I really liked the sprite work. That's like in every old sprite animation for Sonic back in the day, especially Super Mario Bros. Z. I gotta collect my thoughts on what I mean when talking about this DLC. Probably write a thread about it on the Twitter. Yeah, it's got the worst fan base ever. I've come to the conclusion that Sonic fans, whenever I see discourse around Sonic fans, like the way how Sonic fans talk about Sonic, it gives me Jordan Peterson vibes. And if you haven't seen the clips of Jordan Peterson recently on that Jubilee debate where he's like talking to atheists, the atheist asks him, do you believe in God? And then he just goes, oh, what is your definition of belief? And all that. He would prefer an argument over the semantics of the argument than actually talking about it. And at a certain point, I realized this is what I hear, the same kind of talking points, not so much the belief in God or whatever, but Sonic fans, when it comes to like Sonic as a character and his characteristics, like, oh, Sonic isn't cocky or whatever. And it's like, you sure about that? If we look at this and how he interacts and all that, that clear signs of some form of cockiness, but it's like, oy. Anyway, back to tragedy.
You came. I knew you would. So happy to see you again. Friends always meet again. So I'll wait for you. Again at the world's end.
And like Rosaria, she just wanted her friend back, and then she like found comfort in us and wanted to wait for, again, 5 years. Might be a blip in the eyes of a puppet, but clearly she was waning. Rosaria's treasure, last piece of a drawing, a child's drawing that looks very old. You've arranged the pieces and completed drawing of a family. A child's drawing that looks very old. On the back are 2 sentences, each with different handwriting. Our beloved son, may your every day be as happy as this one. And that's the family, that's the Geppetto family, along with Rosaria in there at the zoo. Like, damn. Thank you for becoming my friend again, my dearly missed. That's a new message there. Okay, then we gotta go back to the hotel. What time is it? We can keep going. Oh, and the metaphysical sense of cockiness. Is it truly what we see? Do we truly live and learn? Anyway, hey, look at that. Remember the painting? Now you can see it for truly what it is. Goddard, Painter's Sky.
Whatever choice you make.
Oh, right, I can't.
Whatever choice.
There yet. Also,
Wow, look at it. It's so beautiful.
golden rose. Golden rose that miraculously bloomed from a seed planted long ago in the garden. It may be used to decorate something in the hotel. However meager, the boy's fight transcends the boundaries of time and alters fate itself. A golden tribute to the stories left behind, beyond the infinite repetition of time. Excuse me. Kitty. Look, she's got the bell now. I'm glad that was added in. I guess you had to just finish the game. Daddy?
You don't remember much.
I went back in time, Daddy. No? Okay, well, sucks that not everyone seems to react to the differences in time. Alright, so because we got this in the DLC, we're going to put it in one more. I guess we'll just put it there for now. Alright. Alright, any quartz we get in the base game, we will go back to putting them into our bonus attributes. Decorate the gramophone. Wow, we put even the same amount of flowers. The gramophone now holds a cherished memory. Alright. I just want to check something real quick. Hey, you recognize this?
I know my way around.
No? Okay.
I know my way around.
Alright. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's go back to the train station. Can't go through that way. I have 150 XP as of now, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. I might have to look into it later. Maybe they're doing like a level up system in YouTube now. Excuse me. I remember they were doing like a hype system where people can just like give you points to hype up your content. But I don't think they went through with it. That was like back in, that was last year. Like back in the fall, they were talking about like doing like a hype system. Frayed notebook. It's a worn-out journal with bloodstains. Golden wings are drawn on the cover. I do not regret destroying the Saintess statue. I had to stop it from being used for humans. Of course, they'll find another way. But at least those who escaped will find freedom. If I have any regrets, it's just one. God save that child. I came from across the wide ocean, from across the wide ocean. It sounds like written by someone that's awfully familiar. Every time I see the word decay, I think of that one weird, like, CGI puppet show. I think it was made by the Jim Henson Company. It was like PBS with the little kid that's got blue hair and he's yellow. Not to be mistaken with Marge or Milhouse. I just remember, I don't know if that was in the original, but I remember an audio clip with that video showed him just going, decay. And it always just pops up in my head for some reason. Bloody letter, 2123, train ticket to St. Marion. The text is hard to read because of the blood stains. The visual of I don't know why, but the visual of me holding this squall sword.
Did you feel that? An ergo amplification effect coming from Prague Central Station. I wonder if the Alchemists acquire something again. Please, investigate that area.
But going around the train station with a giant knot-buster sword definitely gives me Final Fantasy vibes. Probably because those are the exact same things you would see in a Final Fantasy game. Duh. Goddamn. More quartz. Oh, hello. Goodbye. No. We can take care of whatever's in front of us. Ergo to collect. Murder puppet amulet. Wait, this looks familiar. I have perfected the greatest puppet. Now, that child again.
We are... Yes, behind the train car where you woke up. Wait, what is this? Who would put a workshop like this here, of all places? Good grief.
Letter from someone who has gone ahead. Dear Geppetto's puppet, who will come to this workshop train. I'm really thankful to you. A workshop train hidden by Geppetto. Isn't that something? If not you, how would I have found this place? Unfortunately for Geppetto, I have the ability to read someone's memories. In the Malum district, I had a hunch. They thought that if they followed you, Geppetto's puppet, they'd find the relic he stole. And that hunch was right. The relic has been returned to our sacred place. Now that the stage is set, the doors will open. I know all this is confusing, but soon you'll learn everything. Thank you. You were a good guide. SM. Scrotum money. A lot of brake cartridge plus 1. How well is that compared to what we have? Not by much. By 0.03. Door is clogged with suitcases that I could easily just topple over.
a human. Just a soldier. What? Are you a stalker? Name's Atkinson. Crop militia. The suburbs are sealed off. There's no escape. Communications cut off too. Someone planned this all out. No idea who. Above my pay grade. If you meet someone named Bell in the city, tell her Atkinson died. A soldier.
Atkinson's letter. My dearest Belle, I remember the day I met you through your father's friend, Sir Loft. That day, the steam of Kratz Central Station was thick on the platform, and a flock of birds was flying overhead. Above the glass ceiling there, I was waiting for you. When I saw a lady take one step down the stairs, I knew it was you. Your effervescent laughter left an impression on me. The reason I'm writing this letter, yes, I'm at the train station and it reminds me of you from that time. We were colleagues at first and then lovers, but I still can't let you go. The way you smiled and looked forward to the exhibition and festivals, those beautiful nights with the fireworks, I just can't let it go. So, if we are to survive and make it out of here, I plan to visit you with this letter. Please stay safe and wait for me until then. Sincerely, Atkinson. More tragedy. Flipper babies. Master Chef's knife blade handle. I know there was a collapse, but why did they have to cut off communications? Please let us out. Oh dear. Hey! Give back my Argo! You bastard! Yeah, there you go. You jerk.
You lost, little lamb. Hand over all you got. In a city where everything is upside down, the strong rule, not the wise. everything is upside down. The strong rule, not the right.
I just wanted a full belly. That's not so wrong.
It'll be hard to have a full belly when you got a shotgun-sized hole in your stomach. Excuse me. Passenger station, Plaza, Foggy. Right out. Jittery like this. Coil mill near head and handle. instead of freezing heat, they got disruption abilities now. Which is basically death blight. Air. Plug. Hello.
I don't suppose you'd like to buy anything? Sorry. I've been on my own so long, my sales pitch is a little rusty. Hard to engage in trade when you're fleeing from monsters. Even if the abnormal has become normal, the living must live. Buy something, and you'll help both of us. Just when you think things are getting better, eh? The other day, someone killed the King of Puppets on Rosa Isabel Street. Since the king caused the puppet frenzy, I thought we were saved. Turns out that without the puppets, the monster population grew. Sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel is the front of an oncoming train. I guess it's just Krot's time to meet its doom. Just when you since the king sometimes.
Alright. Memory of beach. I will always remember the memories I shared with you on this summer beach. Let's throw all our troubles into the deep blue sea. Do you have a past worth looking back on? Memory of beach will guide you to your memories of the cool ocean. Fairy tale of the three brothers of the workshop tower. The first part is torn off. Thus, there lived in Krot a technician who made the friendly three puppet brothers, an alchemist who breathed life into puppets, and a stalker who received puppets gone wrong. The three brothers built the craftsman's workshop tower and made phenomenal puppets. The puppets seemed as if they're alive. The good ones helped the people of Krot and worked hard, danced, and sang songs. The people were extremely glad and everyone was happy. They said it's all thanks to the three brothers. The three good brothers lived happily ever after. Wonder what that can mean. Anyway, let's just open this here door and alright, oh dear. Welcome to welcome to collapsing rat, foggy night.
Whoa. This used to be the workshop's transportation base, close to Krot's central station. Maybe that's why he was so held up on attacking the place during the frenzy. But let's see if we know. I didn't know the scale So let's add that earthquake to our list of strange and bizarre happenings in Krat and keep moving.
Alright, we're gonna get through this and then we'll call it a streak. Lover's letter. To my beloved Gideon, the world is dying. I hear news of the epidemic dozens of times a day. If, on top of this, I'm not able to see you, I may suffocate and die. I'll wait for you at the sign tonight, as usual. Don't be late, my love. I don't think he's gonna make it. Got plenty of materials. There's a hallway down there, but we can come back here later. Like, there's something we need to get. So we'll go down there much later. Shot put. They say when crystals appear from the ground, it's a sign of the end days. It's the end. It's the end. We're all gonna die. Everyone's going to die. So I was just seeing if there's any item I might have missed. workshop talent. Oh, look, that collapsed. Primer for workshop technicians. Subtitle: Do you want to become a workshop technician? A primer for aspirants. No other city in the world today has been receiving more attention than Krat, the city of puppets. Back when the almighty V visited, it was still just a fishing village. It has undergone a brilliant change in the past 30 years, spurred by Krat's puppet industry. The puppets made in Krat's workshop are known for using new technology that is on a different level from their competitors. The workshop puppets are intricate like humans, and they perform their master's orders so naturally that people wonder if they have souls. Many competitors try to replicate the workshop's special mechanical hearts, only to fail and prove the understanding gap between their capabilities. The monopoly on the special power stone Ergo and the skill to optimize its efficiency, there are what give Krat's workshops its edge. But the workshop's beginning wasn't always smooth. The workshop's history begins with one legendary craftsman, and his records are great manuals for the apprentices. The legendary craftsman G, whom every technician knows about. On the next page, we'll learn about his advancements. Omitted. Krat's supply box. nectar could not be completed. May she become the owner of the truly completed elixir. Well,
The hotel is under attack. Everyone's in danger. Head to the hotel and hurry.
Communication through Ergo. An interesting parlor trick. Quite the performance, puppet of Geppetto. But your lies will be useless in the new world. The world of truth. But you almost done.
What could it be? Come on, pal. No time to lose.
and then this part right here really kind of works for a dramatic twist of the knife.
Another fine day in the city of Krog. But I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Oh.
He's alive.
The king thinks this riddle might be quite a poser. It's all about seeing past the tip of your nose, sir. Observation. It's about observation. Just listen, kid. This one should be easy. You've seen enough of it. If your answer's wrong now, you're not going to love it. This blue flower has many ways to take root, but only on man does it ever bear fruit.
Ergo.
Correct! Yeah, I think you get the charm behind these riddles now. Yes? Charm. What? You felt threatened? Well, sometimes it's good to trust your feelings. A metaphor is a tool for hiding horrifying truths. It is a creation unique to humans. Now then, another question. Not a riddle, no rhymes. Just a question. For you. Ergo does not appear out of thin air, so where did all those puppets get all that? Ergo. Ha! Yes! Always leave them laughing. That's what the king says. So, take this key, please. Then I say, off with yes. Till we meet again. I trust you'll remember I lead the club, true, but I'm also a member.
It's one of those things where it's like you thought you stopped him in the past, but then he still shows up in the end.
The Stargazer isn't transmitting, and I'm not sure why. Ah, this was a bust, pal. Let's get back to the hotel, quickly. You know, walking works. Let's walk. Oh no. Hey, so there's something horrible in front of the hotel. It might be worse than what we saw at the cathedral. Alright, tighten up your springs and let's go. So what's happening now? Let's get back to the hotel and our friends.
Excuse me.
You're alive. I was worried because I didn't hear from you. The stalkers have kidnapped Geppetto. It was the fox, the cat, and the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. But really, I sense Simon is behind this. First, go to the second floor and make sure everyone is okay. I'll try to figure out where they ran off to. Antonia might know a secret passage. Try asking her. First, go to the second floor and make sure everyone is okay. Antonia might know a secret.
Who's there? I'll never open this door. You might as well give up. Oh, it's you. Is it safe out there? Give me a sec. Okay, come in.
I'm sorry, child. Geppetto has been kidnapped.
You're here. That's a relief. Being trapped somewhere. It's the worst. It's good to be free. Oh, sorry. I should be thanking you first. When you came in, you reminded me of the Hound. Probably because both of you saved my life.
Thank you so much. You're here. That's a relief. Being trapped somewhere. It's the worst. It's good to be free. Oh, sorry. I should be thanking you first. When you came in, you...
Okay, sorry, I don't know why I didn't think you just looked different.
You have my personal thanks for saving Master Vanini, sir. Do look after him, won't you, sir? You have my personal thanks for saving Master... Do look after...
Thank you for another timely rescue, compagno. I seem to find myself once again in your debt. I talk a big game, but when push comes to shove, I freeze. It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. Surely there must be something that only I, in all my genius, can contribute. But if there is not, then Venigni is here to help you in any way he can. Fear not. Thank you for another timely... I talk a big game, but when push comes to shove, I freeze. It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. Surely there must be something that only I, in all my genius, can contribute. But if there is not, then Venigni is here to help you in any way he can. Fear not. Thank you for... I talk... Surely...
It was a planned ambush. I'm afraid there's nothing we could have done about it. More than anything, I'm concerned about how it shocked Lady Antonia. All this mayhem is certainly going to affect her condition. It was a planned ambush. I'm afraid there's nothing we could have done more than anything.
Where's the cat? Where'd you people put the cat?
I never imagined the stalkers would dare attack the hotel. What's going on? I never imagined...
I'm sure the cat usually is right here, but... whatever.
I'm sorry, child. Geppetto has been kidnapped. The alchemists planned the whole thing. All while we were hiding here. I certainly didn't expect an attack on the hotel. The possibility never crossed my mind. However, I think we can track them down. My portrait. Behind it lies a passageway to their base. The hotel had an accommodation with the alchemists. Long ago. Play this chord on the piano in my room. It'll open the secret passageway, and you can save Geppetto. Apparently, I must remain in this room. I hope Geppetto is safe. Be careful out there, won't you? The hotel will always welcome you back. Apparently, I must... Be careful out there.
Alright, let me just wrap things up around here and then we'll call it a stream.
Mr. Stalker, it's you. I thought it was the intruders again. It's a relief you're safe. I was helpless, hiding the entire time. This is my first time coming back out. You surprised me, but make no mistake. You're always welcome here, Mr. Stalker. Let me know if there's anything you need. Stalker, please.
Okay.
will see the Isle of Alchemists. But be warned, you're walking into hell. And I should know. The truth is, I escaped from there. I had to leave a lot behind. And that is why I woke you. Like you, clever one. I am more than I appear to be. I'm ready for you to see the real me. Show me that you're ready too. Please, save us. Save Krat. I knew it. There is a secret passage. The Stalkers must be getting information from the Alchemists. It might be the only path to their base. Hurry. Whatever choice you make.
Stargazer has been activated. We got a whole bunch of stuff to go through here.
It was a planned ambush. More than anything, I'm concerned about no matter what fate serving welcome. This is a supply. I shall open it. No matter what serving welcome.
You're here. It's good to... When you came in, Alidoro has disappeared. What if he disappeared while fighting those stalkers? Worst case scenario... Ugh. I shudder to think. There's already too much death in this city. I just want safety for everyone at the hotel, at least. That's why I should make sure you're well armed. If you need anything, just ask. You're here. That's a relief.
You have my personal... Do look after...
Thank you for another timely... I talk a bit. Surely... Ah, looks like you've dealt with the puppets menacing the hotel steps in your typically dashing style. That should give us more than enough readings to analyze. The King of Puppets used carefully measured ergo wavelengths to control other puppets. But that's just the means to an end. We still don't know if the frenzy arose by the King of Puppets, or if someone else is pulling the strings. No pun intended. I must find a way to prevent puppets from hurting any more humans. The tragedy of Arlecchino must remain a one-time performance. These records are like a puzzle wrapped in riddles. But I always did love puzzles. The light shines brightest in the darkest times, and you will be the first light. I am counting on you. I always welcome friends. Ah, thank you for coming. I was going a bit stir-crazy, as the poets say, cooped up in the hotel. Why don't I read the contents? I'm sick and tired of reading conversations between society's elite. Hide these, kill that, steal those. It's all the same. And the people who want them deciphered act as if it's the end of the world if they can't read them immediately. Tiresome. I am a simple, albeit brilliant man. Solving the code is what makes me happy. And with a friend at my side, what more is there to wish for? Perhaps sometimes I share too much. Thank you for listening. A little extra for you in there, my friend.
Rusty cryptic vessel decryption. Orders: find the cave blocked off by metal bars in the barren swamp. There is a reward at the end of the new road. There's a place called Hermit's Cave. An old man who went crazy after losing his family locked himself up there to pray. It's strange in this age to hear about such a medieval-sounding story in Krat. But one thing's clear: It's a good place to hide treasure. Let's forget about the crazy old man. Hide the stolen goods and take them back out once it's quiet down. Who in their right mind would imagine there's treasure deep in a cave in the barren swamp? Once the panic is over, we'll be rich with the things we squirreled away. That kid's clothes seemed like a good quality too. Maybe the Wolf girls fixed them up. Maybe that Wolf squirrel fixed them up. Maybe that Wolf
I always welcome.
Fixed them up. I don't know why. Repeat myself now.
Good to see you. I was getting worried waiting this long. The situation here seems to be getting worse. Soldiers like me are blunt. So give it to me straight. Is my partner safe?
He was killed in action fighting a puppet.
This is Atkinson's handwriting on the letter. When we came to Krat, I never thought it would end like this. Sometimes you meet people who make you believe they'll always be with you. But a life can be snuffed out at any moment. I need to stay alive to notify others of his death. But it feels like something inside me has died as well. Anyway, I appreciate knowing what happened. I mean it.
Why? A world I did not know when I was in the tower. The flower you gave me, the world you showed me made me happy. My memories are burning, leaving only the question of why behind. Where does love begin? Why? A song of aching love and whispers.
Strange. It feels like a portion of my memory has been cut away from me. It hurts so much. It's not like a real wound, but still. Strange. It hurts so much.
Okay. Alright, so all that's left is to head on down to the road of Tristan. What's this? Collector Klaus's Hotel Review. As a world-renowned collector, I would have been negligent if I had not left a review of this establishment. I hope this helps inform future guests of the state of this hotel. Rating 4 out of 5. Although dingy and lacking basic amenities, this hotel is still the safest place in all of Krat. An addendum is scribbled at the bottom. This surely reads like a proper monthly landmark guide, wouldn't you say? Alright, well, there's Klaus's closer. He just gives us a 4 out of 5 review of the hotel. That's nice. Kitty. Good kitty. Alright, we're just gonna play the chord, but then we're gonna call it there. Imagine if somebody just randomly went by the piano just to happenstance hit both of those chords to open that. That would be fun. Okay. So that's going to lead us to the world of the realm of Trismegistus or whatever. Okay, so tomorrow. So here's the thing. I think so. Tomorrow, the new Everdark Beast is going to drop for Night Rain, and I do want to stream it. But I figured we might as well just finish this tomorrow, because, you know, don't just, like, delay the end. So here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, we're going to finish Lies of P. Thursday, we're going to play Night Rain for the Everdark swap. And then Friday, I think we'll have, depending if we have D&D this week, we'll be off for, like I said, D&D. And then afterwards, we'll play our next game. Okay? So, that's the plan now. So with all that said, that's going to be a stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.